Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Kimbo here, and it's time for a special little video, I guess, little discussion video. I was just sitting and thinking, and I'm like, you know what? I should make a video on this. Why not? It's been a little bit, and it's something I've wondered about, obviously, with Sparking and such, or Super King, how it's gonna be. Just with everything culminating, like all these characters coming back and such, getting obviously some new protagonists, and so many things coming together. Just making this video, talking about it again. Plus, it's been a little bit since I talked about it, but basically, a video talking about like some ideas for new drivers, that you just want to see in Beyblade Burst, like tips, because already, the drivers switch up everything about a bay, and just some that would be really cool to see them like actually become reality. So obviously recently getting the dash drivers and such, and even making videos, giving my thoughts on some dash drivers that would be cool to see at the current time, and like quite a few of them have actually happened, so why not make a video just discussing it again, just some ideas for some dash drivers in the future, or just drivers in general, in the future, for Super King, because it'll be really cool to see them. Anyways, I guess let's get into it. So the first ones being like dash drivers mentioned before. There's a bunch like that we got in the past, like most recent ones being Operate and Jaggy Dash. Really glad about those because dash drivers switch up everything, making that lock that much tougher to burst. Actually makes a tip show off its full potential, which is really sick, and it can take more hits, so you hard launch it and it has more resistance and such, like especially with attack types, it's just so awesome. And just gonna say this right away, definitely like for dash drivers, they should just go on like some attack and defense tips. The furthest I'd go, like say TT shouldn't go any further, is Dimension Dash, because Dimension actually has some pretty good LAD with it. And if there's a tip that has a lot of LAD, it doesn't really need a dash driver. So you don't need Bearing Dash or Atomic Dash unless you're trying to break the game. Like, nah, man, don't need that. They're already good enough. Just tips like that with really good LAD, like Extend Plus, all those types of tips. Don't need dash drivers, that's for sure. But just some attack and defense tips would be really cool to see. One of them being like, I guess the ones I want to see, like I'll just say right away, Impact Dash, for sure. That's one I wanted to see. Impact Dash, Iron Dash, Sword Dash. I'd even like to see like Charge Dash. Like if they make the new Dragon and they put Charge Dash on it, I wouldn't even be upset, dude. That would be sick. Or just like a bigger, stronger like version of Charge or something, or even Charge Dash. That would be pretty cool because they'll be able to take more hits. But yeah, also Trick Dash. That would be a really fun one because Trick switches and it doesn't have any crazy LAD or anything, but it would make it that much more effective, like it switches from attack to defense to stamina, and really fun to use, honestly. Like I think Trick's a really fun driver, but giving it a dash would make it that much stronger. But yeah, man, definitely ones I want to see with that. There are some like defensive tips that I definitely want to see like dash drivers for. There's it's like some like any driver that has like not that good of LAD, like I said, should get a dash, or like at least like some of them should get a dash. Like for example, let's see, like if they brought back like Tower, if they use Tower again, like Tower Dash. Can you imagine that? Like TT actually doing that, that'll be hilarious. But yeah, it would actually make it where like I'd probably use Tower more, as long as it doesn't break, because I know the one that came with Shelter Regulus back in that random booster. Dude, it's crazy to think how long ago it was. It's just wild. It wasn't like the best, and plus mine actually broke, and I had to like glue it to fix it. But yeah, and it didn't do like the gimmick that easily. I mean, like Hasbro's did honestly better than TT's with the gimmick for it. So if they fix the gimmick and then like put a dash on it or something, maybe make Tower useful if you hard launch it. At least be fun to use for sure. Maybe some defensive tips like Massive, Massive or defense. Those types of tips. Maybe Needle, like Needle Dash, like those tips getting dashes, because it would make like defensive combos more strong, or even like you could use like defensive tips for like some more attack if you want like stationary attack or like a hard launch, and just go for the full out burst. Those types of combos are really fun with burst for sure. Yeah, would there be any stamina tips that should get a dash? Like maybe Survive, that would be the furthest, like ones with not really good LAD or anything. If they make Edge again, they need to put a dash on it, because Edge was never like really that good, but if you put a dash on it, you never know, man. Like slide shot it, Edge dash or something. But Yeah, I know they had some dash drivers for what was it? One of the premium sets. I know, like I think Liner Dash they put in that. Which dang, I don't know. I haven't actually picked up that set, but maybe I might because the bays look really cool. But I'd have to save up for that, because like it's kind of expensive, dude. For real. But Liner Dash might be fun to use. But yeah, I'd say that's probably the list of like dash drivers. That would be really really sick to see. I guess another category would be like metal drivers. So you know how they've had like tips and then they go back and give them the metal ball, like orbit metal, yard metal being the two. Yeah, I think that's it. Currently seeing some more like that would be pretty sick. I mean, you think they do bearing metal, like put like the bearing part, like make that metal, not give it a better spring or anything. Just keep that bad spring, but also like the metal with it instead of it being the palm. Who knows, man? That would be pretty crazy to see. What other ones would there be? Maybe like yielding metal, like instead of the palm plastic for that one, use metal. I don't know, but that would also cost TT some money. But that would definitely up the stamina for sure, because like the metal drivers do up the stamina, and the weight as well. So definite win-win. Oh, one metal driver I definitely think would be cool to see. Um, People would be like, "What the heck, Kimbo?" But Dimension Metal. And by this, I mean like you keep the outside part the same, but you know where it's the rubber on the inside. What if you made that metal? Like it would up its stamina, and you add like a little bit of like metal with it, up the weight of it too. And mainly because like Dimension and Dimension Dash are both cool, but the rubber point on the inside wears down so fast that it's like it literally after the first few battles it's just like an attack type going around. I'm sure people have seen it with like Chozy Achilles and Lord Spriggan. Even my Lord Spriggan. I'm glad I managed to get another one because then I used that one. But even that one's getting kind of worn down from the battles I've done with it. So yeah, would definitely like to see like a Dimension Metal. That would be pretty cool because it wouldn't wear down and plus add the weight too, and plus switching the heights and stuff too. That would be sick, dude. And honestly, probably be really really strong because I mean Dimension already has some pretty good LED. So imagine it with metal. Also, speaking of like bearing metal, what if they did like atomic metal? Not switch up the spring or anything, keep that the same, but make the metal ball for it. Dude, that would be a huge metal ball. Like you talk about something that would switch it up, atomic metal. That would be some crazy like defense and LED because atomic obviously is still really really good. Has some really good LED. And same thing for bearing. You don't really need dashes for them. Like you don't break the game, like I said before. But adding metal to them would be pretty nuts and it would up that stamina maybe. But yeah. Another idea is what if they made like some of the tips like rubber, like if they did like that's a good example. Like if they made like yard rubber or something like that. Like just like switches like that to make it where it's like made out of rubber. Because it would up the defense of it, and even in like some cases maybe up the attack of the bay, and give it that much more defense because love seeing some raw defense types too because like as much as I love attack, it's pretty awesome seeing like an attack type come in for a big hit and then just a crazy defensive bay just shutting it down like nah, get out my face and like bursting it or something. Just so awesome, dude. But yeah, I guess those are like all the main ideas. I guess probably a couple last ideas just thought of them. So these are inspired actually by like custom bays. So actually I got them here and I'll show them off. Also, they're gonna show up in the burst skits, just patience with them. And I'm not gonna do any battles with them until then because big time hype. Or maybe I might do a couple. I don't know. I'll think about it. But yeah, just saving them for the skits. Just putting that out there before we begin with this, before I start talking with them or anything. But yeah, so this would be funny if like TT did this, if they made like a rubber destroy, like just to troll. Like that would be a troll mode because obviously like had Exodus Hydra and then they came out with Poison Hydra, and as soon as that happened and people found out that it was called Poison Hydra, I had so many people messaging me like, Kimbo, they made a Hydra. Oh, yeah, what you gonna do? I'm probably gonna I gotta do a battle, I think. Poison Hydra versus Exodus Hydra. Battle of the Hydras. Who's the real Hydra? Why not? I'll do it. You'll see it soon. You already know. But yeah, if they made something like a rubber destroy, like the bottom part just rubber, just like that's basically what like Rampage is. It's like rubber destroy with like kind of, it's as flat as like an extreme. So it can go around big time, but also like it can use it as brakes, and also has some pretty good LED with it having all that attack. So yeah, man, it would be cool if they did like a rubber destroy. Honestly, I'd be like, okay, well, heck, it's awesome to see. Another one being like how Kolshidra's gimmick is. So obviously with the alloy, you twist it, and it makes it free spinning. So if there was a tip or yeah, like a driver that had it where you twist it and it makes it like kind of free spinning, like kind of how like, you know how Hyperion is, with like the outer ring being like a volcanic or a hold and the inside being like an extreme. That'd be pretty cool if like they had one that twisted. Like if it was like a full out extreme or something like that, but then there's a gimmick where you twist it, it makes it free spinning. Could you imagine that? That would be pretty wild, dude. Maybe it would up like the defense, like maybe the stamina a little bit of the Bey, but also like lower the recoil. But also that might make it where like, you know, it gets pushed back a little bit. But if it has enough attack, should be all good. It would be cool to like see how that would work. But yeah, man. So that's an idea. And even like another one being like kind of how variable or evolution are, you know, except with the Bey itself. You know how like Kolshidra, its gimmick is, and obviously I'm saving it. But over time, when it battles, these points are going to break away, revealing the true contact points. And then it becomes more oval shaped and such too. So as you battle it, it gets stronger and gets more attack. And the cell, of course, because it's like, you know, being locked in the cell. Obviously, I explained everything with the video that I made on it. But over time, I'm expecting it to break, you know. So it breaks and then it gets freed from the cell. So, you know, the restraint on it's taken off and then it just shows off its full power. Like if you had a Bey that had a gimmick kind of like that over time, you know, it wears down. And I had to sneeze. But it wears down and then it like changes the shape of it, you know. That would be really, really sick to see for sure. Like kind of how they did like, well, Imperial obviously expanding as it battles. But something like that, you know. You wear it down and then reveals the true points like how Kolshidra does. But yeah, man. And then the last one being just something similar to like Leonis's, you know, so where there's like a tip at the bottom that you can take off and it completely switches it up. So obviously with Leonis having the big time attack with the cover on it, the rubber cover, and then take it off, and then there's the metal point in there, and you know it's got a lot of stamina with it. So it's an attack type Bey, but it ups that stamina when you use it in that mode, you know, or even like taking off the frame, taking that off, switches it up, how it battles and such. So even different mode with that, and it does switch modes. It did get damaged though. So yeah, anybody who's wondering, that point right there. When it faced Dronzer Breaker. That was a crazy battle, dude. Like, holy crap. Zyle's Dronzer Breaker was a beast, man. And when it comes back, oof. But anyways, yeah, just like kind of gimmicks like that for drivers and such. So at least those are all my personal ideas. Like, personal things I'd love to see them do with like some drivers, you know, make drivers like that or some other dash drivers that we could see in the game, because it would switch things up. Like I said, adding that dash switches up a lot of things, you know. With Jaggy Dash, I know I'm going to have fun making Jaggy Dash combos, because the way that Jaggy circles around, just the flower pattern you get with it, it's so fun, but having that dash with it really helps it out. Yeah, even that little switch up really can make a driver that much more powerful, you know. Like Impact, if they make an Impact Dash, or imagine Impact Metal. They make it where it's like metal and the rubber, and it adds weight to it, you know. Just think about like the Mad Metal, because you know how it goes. They add more weight and metal and such as the series goes along. We're seeing it now with Super King for sure. Like look at the base, they're all beefy. But yeah, also like some tips that would be like, imagine like Revolve with like rubber, you know, adding like some rubber to that, up in that defense. Yeah, I'm just getting ideas as I go along. But anyways, guys, those are all mainly like dash drivers or drivers in general that would be really cool to see. You can let me know in the comments what like drivers you'd want to see, like, you know, gimmicks for drivers and such. But yeah, man, overall, I'm really excited for Super King, because they could bring back so many characters. And even with like Evolution, you know, they had Valkyrie get Evolution again, Evolution Dash, so maybe bring back some other ones. Imagine they make a new Excalibur. Dude, I'd love to see Jaka and Jan come back for sure, because Jaka's just intense, dude. I get that intensity. It's my boy too. Free and Jaka are probably the players that are the most like me for sure. But yeah, man, it's just gonna be so crazy to see how things go, and just seeing some older drivers coming back with like dashes or like revamps, so they're stronger and can keep up with like some of the newer drivers and such while they're adding some in, would be really, really cool to see. But anyways, guys, gonna end this off. Like I said, let me know drivers you'd want to see in the comments or such, or even the gimmick for it. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. If you're new to my channel, definitely be sure to subscribe for some epic content because I upload daily. And if you haven't already, be sure to ring that bell by my channel name to be notified whenever I upload a video. So yeah, guys, till next time, it's your boy Kimbo signing off. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Till then, stay awesome and cool shoot. I'm up out of here.